Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, a warm welcome to you. And if you have not subscribed yet, please take a second to subscribe to my channel, that red button right there. Ring that notification bell next to it for all notifications so you will never miss any of my videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So today I'm here with a full review and eyeshadow look tutorials for all three of the new Tom Ford Cream Eyeshadow Quads. These are a new formula from Tom Ford that is a sort of a cream to powder formula. They're calling it cream formula. It's not wet like a cream, but it's very much like a cream to powder that's very velvety smooth. They are very smooth a formula. I will talk to you guys about it here soon and do swatches and do 3 eye looks using each of these palettes, and I will show you how they go on the eyelids and everything, and I'll give you my full review. If you want to see my full review of these 3 brand new Tom Ford Eye Color Cream Quads, just keep watching. So these are the 3 eyeshadow quads. They are called Tiger Eye, Smoky Quartz, and Rose Topaz. I will do a eye look with all 3 of them. I can't wait to show you how these are in action. So without further delay, let's get right to the tutorial and review. So I pulled you closer. I have my foundation on. I have set my face. I have my blush, my contour, my bronzer, all that on, and then I also have my brows, done. I, kind of filled in my brows. I have pretty much everything on except for my eyes and lips, which I will do right after the eyes. So let's get started. So these are the beautiful, beautiful quads. You guys know I am in love with Tom Ford Eye Color Quads. They are so good. They are so creamy. They are silky, actually, more than creamy. They blend so well. They're very beginner friendly, but at the same time, like, professionals can use them too. So these are cream eyeshadow quads. They're actually cream to powder kind of formula. I wouldn't say it's similar to Natasha Denona cream to powder formula. That one's very different, a little bit more dry, I would say, whereas this one is very kind of almost emollient, but not. It's kind of like velvet, that's kind of how I feel, or when I swatched it when they first arrived. I bought Tiger Eye from Sephora, but I bought Rose Topaz and Smoky Quartz from Nordstrom because Sephora was sold out, and the last 2 just arrived today. So I turned on the camera and wanted to show you guys what they are like. Like I said, these are cream to powder kind of formula that has like a velvety finish. They are so good, you guys. I cannot wait to try these on. This is my first time trying them on camera with you guys. I actually haven't tried these on other than swatching them when they first arrived. I mean, I can't help myself, you guys. I'm gonna swatch them when they arrive, So I'm gonna start with Tiger Eyes, and it says Tiger Eyes right there. Focus. And I am going to take it out. It's this typical Tom Ford, suede pouch. They all are the same as all of Tom Ford quads. So let me take this film with the thing out. So this is what the Tiger Eye palette looks like. Can you guys see? I mean, I've swatched these, of course, when they first arrived. They are so smooth, so finely milled. Do I say buttery? Yeah, I would say they're very buttery, but they feel very silky to the touch, you guys, as well. I mean, I would say they're more silky than they're buttery, They're just such a great formula. I know I'm gonna love this. I haven't even tried them on my eyelids, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna just absolutely love it. So do you see, this is the swatches. I don't know if my camera is focusing. They have this very smooth, buttery, silky finish. They feel like velvet to the touch. That's so good. So this one is a warm quad with a mixture of matte and shimmer shades in warm champagne, burnt coral, caramel and a deep reddish brown. That's how it's described on the Sephora website. So yeah, so that's a matte mix of shimmers and mattes. So these three are shimmer shades, and this one is a matte. The brown is a matte from what I can tell. I mean, they all feel so smooth and silky, you guys. It's hard to tell which one's matte, which one's shimmer, you know, in a way. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one right here. It's described as a caramel, I think. So let me start that on the crease. This is actually a shimmer, but it's gonna really be beautiful on the crease. The Tom Ford shimmers are not your typical shimmers. They have like a very silky, smooth, creamy finish. Yeah, there you go. That's beautiful. So I'm gonna put this on the other side. So I'm doing this with a nice round shaped blending brush from Sonia G, which has a little bit of density to it. It's like a dome brush head, as you can see, and these are natural hair bristles, which is good for this purpose what I'm doing right now. I needed to pick up like a nice amount and just disperse it really well. Do you see that? Oh my god, that's so creamy. Can you guys see very well? Hope you can see that. That's so stunning. Now I'm gonna take my sort of dense packing brush here, and I'm gonna pick up the beautiful brown shade right there of the Tiger Eyes palette, and I'm going to use that to define my kind of crease there on the outer corner. I wanted precise application, which is why I'm using a brush like this. So I need that V to be really precise. You see it's getting the job done the way I wanted it. So I'm going a little bit angular this way, kind of diagonally, bringing it onto my lash line there, as you can see. And then I'm going to take it up to the crease, a little above the crease actually, and define the crease, and I'm going to stop it right in the middle. I'm not going to bring it any more forward than that. Do you see that? So I'm going to do the same on the other side. These are obviously, if I can tell, you know, I could tell before I even put them on my eyes. These are quads you can wear every day, you guys. These are things that go from every day to a very, very glamorous thing if you wanted to wear this, because they are very, very sophisticated looking eye quads. You can wear this to like formal events. You can wear this like every day. You can wear it to work. You can wear it basically anywhere because of their elegant look. So I kind of gave a little bit of a pulled out look there with it. Do you see? I went kind of out like that a little bit to elongate my eyelids. So that's all I'm going to do with that shade. Oh, that looks so creamy. Do you guys see? I'm going to kind of turn my head for you to see. Okay, now I'm going to use my favorite brush of all time. This is my favorite eye brush. This is Sonia G Blender Pro. This one is an amazing like packing brush that works so well for all over eye color. So I'm going to use this beautiful like coral shade right there. It's kind of like a burnt coral, you know, and I'm going to pick that up on my brush, and I'm going to put it right there on the center lid. Oh, that's really pretty. You guys see that? What a beautiful, angelic, ethereal shimmer that is. It's not your obnoxious like glow to the sky kind of shimmer, but it's a very classy, very smooth, beautiful, smooth shimmer, you know. So if you have like any trouble with texture on your eyelids or wrinkles or what have you, lines, this is a great formula, you guys. Great, great, great formula. And if you have like mature eyelids, you know, this would be an amazing formula. I can tell already. I mean, it took care of my line right there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's very, 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 very creamy, very smoothing, kind of like foundation for the eyes. That's how I describe Tom Ford eyeshadows. They're like foundation for the eyelids, you know? All right, now I'm gonna pick up the last shade here, the beautiful sort of champagne right there. On the same brush, I'm gonna wipe it down on my thing here, and then I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that on the inner lid there, the champagne color, and go up a little bit on that like edge there. Do you see what I did there? Yeah, so beautiful, you guys. That's beautiful. Wow, it's making my eyelids look so much like glowy skin, you know? It doesn't even look like I'm wearing like shadows. It just looks like I have naturally contoured, smooth, glowy eyelids. It's like enhancing the natural beauty of your eyelids. So I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Wipe my brush down and go with the coral shade, burnt coral shade. Put it all over the eyelid. And I'm gonna go with the champagne shade now on the inner corner, and I'm gonna bring it up like I did on the other side. Oh, you guys, that looks so, so beautiful. I really like this formula. I really do. Very, very natural. And now I'm gonna take my flat definer brush and I'm gonna go into that beautiful chocolate shade again. And I'm gonna go down to the lower lash line, and I'm gonna connect the outer edge of the lower lash line to the shadow up there, like that. Can you guys see that? And I'm gonna stop it right like 2/3 of the way, and do the same on the other side. There you go. And now I'm gonna take a small brush like this, and I'm gonna pick up the shade, the coral shade there, and I'm going to put that right there on the first bit of the eye. Then I'm gonna pick up the champagne shade and I'm gonna put that right in the inner corner, like that, in the tear duct. And then I'm gonna drag that to the very first tiny bit on the lower lash line there, like that. So yeah, that's it, you guys. That's the eye look with the quad tiger eyes. It looks really beautiful, very, very ethereal, really good. I love this formula, very natural. So like I said, I'm not going to put on mascara and lashes because I had to wipe this off and do the next two quads one at a time. So I'm not gonna do my mascara with this eye quad right now. I'm gonna wipe it off and I'm gonna move on to the next one. So I'm back with my eye makeup removed. Now I'm gonna move on to the Rose Topaz quad. This is number 35 Rose Topaz. So this is the same packaging right here, and I will show you the quad. I'm gonna take it out of its velvet or suede pouch, open it up. So this is what the quad looks like, and this is described as a neutral quad with a mixture of matte and shimmer shades in soft nude, frosted beige, silver sparkle, and charcoal. So yeah, the one that looks kind of taupey, that's apparently silver sparkle. To me, that looks very taupe. So yeah, this one definitely has, let's see, it has, looks like it has 2 shimmers and 2 mattes. So these 2 are shimmers, and this one is more shimmery than this one. And then on the opposite sides, these 2 are matte shades. Oh, it feels so velvety smooth, you guys. These are so good. I just love the texture, just the finish, the formula. So that's what they look like. Let me swatch them real quick. And this one, I don't know, might not show up on my eyelids as well as the other 2. This one is the lightest of the 3, but I think it will. So this is what the swatches look like. I love that beautiful taupe shimmer up there. So beautiful. So yeah, let me start with the eye look. I'm pretty much going to do the same eye look with all three of them, so you guys kind of can compare. So I'm wiping my brushes off. So for this look, I'm going to start with this one that's described as a soft nude, and I'm going to pick that up. It's a matte shade, a very creamy, velvety matte shade. I'm going to use that one in the crease as a transitional shade. That one is quite light, actually lighter than it looks on the pan. I have tan skin, so this one's like super light on me. I'm sure on fair skin it'll be a whole other shade, you know. This would be quite I would say nude, that shows up really well on fairer skin. It's not really showing up that well on my skin, unfortunately. Yeah, this squad I told you would be really light on my skin. Now I'm gonna take my densely packed packing brush again, and I'm gonna use this sort of charcoal shade. It's actually a very cool toned charcoal brown-ish color. Yeah, it's actually, there's a slight, maybe a little bit of brown undertone, but it looks quite charcoal actually. There's black undertones as well. Yeah, it's mostly black actually, guys, now that I look at it on my eyelid. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did. Like I said, I'm creating the same eye look for all three of them so that you can compare them better. I'm not gonna change the eye look, so you can just see how this looks. And I'm gonna elongate, like I said again, in this look, the same thing, elongate my eyelid a little bit like that. It looks very smoky and gorgeous. This one would create amazing smoky looks that you can actually wear to like a glamorous function, you know, or work even, you know. It's really like the beauty of this formula, this Tom Ford quads, that you can wear them anywhere really. I mean, they're so elegant and classy that you can wear it to something glamorous, or you can wear it to work, and it looks really nice. It's a very charcoal kind of color. Now I'm gonna take my favorite Sonia G Blender Pro, the beautiful packing brush for the eyelids, and I'm going to pick up the shade, this gorgeous shimmer right here that's described as a silver sparkle that looks to me more like a taupe. Then I'm gonna use that as my all over lid color, because you need this shade all over your lid, people. You need this all over your lid. Do you see that? I mean, this has a little bit more high shine than the other shimmers in both palettes that I've, you know, tried so far. Oh my god, look at that beautiful creamy smooth shimmer shade on the center lid. That is stunning. I love it. This cream to powder formula, it's cream to powder formula, yet, you know, yet it's got amazing sparkly shimmer that's not too obnoxious, but at the same time beautiful and very glowy. That makes my eyelids look so big and seamless. You know, that's the beauty about these eyeshadows. Like, if you have mature eyelids, this will iron that out. Like, it'll soften everything and smooth everything out so nicely. So you guys, look at that. It's not stunning? So now I'm gonna wipe my brush down, and I'm gonna pick up that beautiful champagne right there. And it's kind of described as a beige. I'm gonna put that in the inner corner there, and I'm gonna bring it up just like I did in the other look. There you go, kind of lighten up the inner part of the eyelid like that. There you go, lighten it up, right up. I forgot in the previous look to highlight my brow bone, so whatever the shade I used in the inner part of the eye is what I would have used on the brow bone as well. So I'm gonna do that right now with this synthetic brush. So I'm gonna highlight my brow bone before I forget. There you go. And I'm gonna go down to the lower lash line here in a second. So I'm gonna use that as my brow bone highlight, that beige slight shimmer shade. That's perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna take my, flat definer brush, and I'm gonna go into that charcoal that I used on the outer corner. I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line, just the outer 2/3, and I'm gonna connect it to the upper part of the eyelid. And I'm gonna take that tiny brush and I'm gonna go back into the champagne shade, and I'm gonna put that right on the inner corner tear ducts like that, and drag it on the first little bit like that, and drag it to meet the other shadow right there. And I'm gonna use the taupe color. I'm gonna put that right on the center, the shimmery one that we have on the center lid. Put it right on the center right there, kind of mirror what we've got going on up there. And now I'm gonna take a little pencil brush, and I'm gonna go into that nude shade right there, and I'm going to kind of blend it down a little bit just to smoke it out a little. Now, I love that beautiful taupe shimmer. That's really nice and shimmery. So yeah, I'm now gonna take this off and move on to the Smoky Quartz palette. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back after removing the last look. So now we're gonna move on to the Smoky Quartz palette. Same packaging, of course. Says Smoky Quartz right there. So I'm going to pull it out and pull it out of the pouch, and this is what the Smoky Quartz palette look like. I've obviously swatched it when it arrived. Again, same beautiful formula. This is an all matte palette, you guys. Such gorgeous palette. It's such a creamy cream to powder, beautiful formula. These matte shades, they are very like silky, velvety, but a little bit like slightly creamy, but not in a wet kind of way. It's just so pretty. This is such a gorgeous all matte quad. So this is described as a natural quad in all matte finishes of neutral beige, dusty nude, mid-tone terracotta, and a deep brown. So this is obviously the mid-tone terracotta, and this one is obviously the deep brown. This one is obviously the dusty nude, and this one is obviously the natural beige. So yeah, beautiful palette. Let me go ahead and swatch this for you guys. I mean, look at that, you guys. I mean, look at the beautiful buttery velvety finish on those mattes. So these are the swatches right here. Look at how beautiful they are. This one, the beige doesn't show up that well on my skin, but it'll be a great brow bone and inner corner highlight for me. Look at how creamy and velvety they are. My good God, they're so good. I just am so impressed with this formula. Really love it. Very subtle, very classy kind of looks. So let's start with the same transition shade. So that nude color right there, I'm gonna use that, the dusty nude. Kind of like a dusty rose nude, that is, with a little coral undertone. So I'm gonna put that as a transitional shade here in the crease, a little above the crease actually. You don't want to put transitional shades right on the crease because it makes your eyelids look smaller. This is a trick I learned after doing makeup for so long. That's a beautiful transition shade. I'm gonna take my dense packing brush and I'm gonna go into that beautiful deep brown right there. And I'm gonna do the same as I did in the last looks. By the way, did I tell you guys there's actually absolutely no fallout whatsoever because it's a cream to powder formula, so it's amazing. You can do your full face, which I'm able to do here in this video, and just, you know, do the eye look last if you want. It's like there's absolutely zero fallout. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the other side and the other side as well. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm elongating the eyelid just like I did in the last two looks. It's the same look, like I said. I'm just, you know, doing the same one so you guys can see how they compare. Look at that, that's beautiful. It just blended itself out, so easy to blend. I'm gonna wipe my favorite Sonia G Blender Pro down, and then I'm gonna go into this beautiful terracotta matte right there. I'm gonna take that, pick that up on that brush, and I'm gonna put that right on the center lid. Wow, that's beautiful. So there you go. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Look at that. Beautiful. Such creamy, velvety mattes. So good. So now I'm gonna go into that beige right there, the very silky beige, and I'm gonna put that in the corner here. And I'm not gonna bring it up because these are mattes, you guys, so you're not gonna wanna bring it up like I did in the last two looks. So you're just gonna put it right here in the corner, and that's it. It's very, very like a smoky matte look. I love it. Now I'm gonna take my flat shader brush and I'm gonna use that to highlight my brow bone, although I don't know if it'll do much to highlight my brow bone. Yeah, it kind of does. Might want to use, like in this case, if I use this palette, like what I would do is I would use my highlighter to highlight my brow bone and then tear duct, which I might do here in this look as well. Just use my highlighter, you know. Alright, so now I'm going to go on to the lower lash line. So I'm taking my flat definer brush again, and I'm going to go into that beautiful dark chocolate brown. I'm going to put that right along the lash line, in the very outer 2/3. I'm going to connect that to the top lid, and I'm going to take that small brush that I've been using. I'm going to use that terracotta color. I'm going to put that right on the center, kind of mirror the top lid. Then I'm going to take the beige shade, the nude shade, and I'm going to put that right on the front portion of the lower lash line. It almost doesn't show up on my skin because it's almost exactly my skin tone shade. Now I'm going to take that same nude color on a pencil brush, and I'm going to just kind of smoke the lower lash line. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's a very like wearable, everyday matte, all matte eye look. Very, very kind of smoky. I'm gonna actually go ahead and smoke out my outer edge a little bit more so this looks a little more smoky, because it kind of faded away a little bit. There you go. So now I'm gonna go and put on my liquid liner, curl my lashes, put mascara on and all that, and I'll be right back to put lipstick on and give you my final thoughts. Okay guys, I'm back with my eyeliner and mascara on. What do you guys think? I think it's a very nice, smoky, all matte eye look that makes your eyelids look very sultry. You know, this is a very nice nighttime look to go out at night, I would say. Yeah, but it's wearable though, you know what I mean? It doesn't look too crazy. It doesn't look too much. It just perfect smoky eye. I'm actually not going to highlight my, you know, inner corner because I want to keep this all matte, you guys. It doesn't need to, I don't need to pop the inner corner. It already looks, I mean, it's going to interfere with the beautiful smokiness of this eye look, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to keep it like this, I think. So yeah, let's move on to the lips now. Oh, by the way, I am wearing the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, I think it's called, mascara, which is really amazing. You don't have to wear falsies with this. You can wear falsies with this look, but for me, I don't need it. I have a lot of good lashes, and then when I wear the Huda Beauty mascara, it's like I'm wearing lashes. I mean, look at that, you guys. You know what I mean? I'm going to take the Huda Beauty lip pencil in Rusty Pink, and I'm going to line my lips with that. Now I'm going to take the Lisa Eldridge lipstick in the shade Velvet Affair, one of my favorite shades. I'm going to put that on with this look. It's going to look beautiful. Like, see, perfect shade for this eye look. Oh, that's perfect for this look. It's got this sort of like terracotta undertones in this lipstick, you know, velvet affair, so it's perfect for this eye look. Beautiful nude shade that works perfect with this eye look. It's also like a velvet matte, so it's perfect with the beautiful velvet matte on the eyelids and the beautiful velvet matte on the lips, you know, works perfect. It's actually, Lisa Eldridge lipsticks are like foundation for the lips, so, and Tom Ford eye quads are like foundation for the eyes, so it's perfect. Okay, this is the final look, which I am loving. I love that smoky all matte eye look. That's so classy, so sophisticated, yet very sultry and sexy at the same time. You can wear this to like even a work function, although it's sultry and sexy. It's got sophistication to it. So you can wear it to like a nighttime work function, you know what I mean? And you can wear it to an elegant, any kind of occasion, nighttime, or to go out on date night, to go out, anything. Really, it's a very versatile kind of palette eye look. All three palettes really are very, very versatile, very usable, very like wearable kind of eye quads. All three of them, really, really, really love them all. The cream to powder, you know, cream formula, it's a cream formula, but it doesn't feel wet. It's very smooth to the touch, like velvet. Velvet is really what I keep thinking, but it's very, very creamy at the same time, and it kind of fill in any kind of lines on your eyelid. If you have any texture, if you have mature eyelids, this would be like foundation for your eyelids, which Tom Ford shadows tend to be in the first place, but these are even more so perfect for mature skin or anybody with like, you know, hooded eyes, lines on the eyes, or anything like that. I think I love all three of them, but I think I love this one and the Rose Topaz a little bit more than Tiger Eyes. Tiger Eyes is beautiful too, but I think Rose Topaz and Smoky Quartz are my favorites. Out of the two, which one I prefer most? I think Rose Topaz, only because of that one gorgeous taupe shade that's beautiful and glimmer, but still very silky smooth, not chunky glitter, you know. I love this too. It's kind of hard to decide between those two. So yeah, it's really, I'm really loving the eye look. Very, very, very sultry, very smoky, sexy, at the same time very classy and sophisticated. My final thoughts: love all three of them. Well worth the money. I know they're expensive. They're $89 each, these three. They're the latest release from Tom Ford of eye quads. But you know, you guys, they're well worth the money. The texture, the formula, the way they go on the eyes like foundation, really well worth the price if you ask me. Really love these three. The cream formula by Tom Ford, this new cream formula, it's more like a cream to powder that's really, really velvety. So I hope you enjoyed my review of the Tom Ford's new cream eyeshadow quads. There are three of them, like I said: Tiger Eyes, Rose Topaz, and Smoky Quartz. All three of them are super beautiful. I think this new formula is stellar, just like Tom Ford, you know, other formulas, but this one is even more stellar. Like the mattes are even more like silky and velvety and smoothing. It's like foundation for the eyes, really. If you have texture issues, mature eyelids, lines, hooded eyes, these are amazing eye quads for you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, that red button right there if you haven't subscribed already. Ring that notification bell next to it for all notifications so you will not miss any of my videos. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is right there. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching my videos. I will see you guys in my next video.